an animal. He was an animal in his behavior, and he would totally kill everybody, and he would openly break the pacts without any thought. And he was not political like his predecessor, but he was more rude and hamajiyya or true savage. Ibn al-Ahmar at that time, he knew that he couldn't last against Alfonso X, and so he sent for an emissary to Morocco at that time, and Morocco was being ruled by the Imam, the great Mujahid, the great hero of Islam, Yaqub ibn Mansur al-Marini. Yaqub ibn Mansur, Abi Yusuf, Yaqub ibn Mansur al-Marini. And Yaqub ibn Mansur al-Marini was, subhanAllah, the ulama have described him with things that truly describe how this person was the baqiyat al-salaf. He was like the remnants of the salaf. And they used to describe him that he was kathir as-sawm, he used to fast a lot, and he used to pray a lot, and he was always doing dhikr, and he was extremely kind to the poor, and he used to love the ulama, and he never lost a battle. Any battle that he ever fought, he would always win, never attack a city except that he won. He was a khatib, he was an imam, he was a faqih. They would describe him as a person who would pray all night and fight all day. He was a mujahid in the morning, and he was a abid at night, subhanAllah. Truly a leader. So when Yaqub ibn Mansur al-Marini, when he got a note asking for help from his Muslim brother in Andalus, little as he know that this person is such a big traitor and a serpent, he obviously, as every Muslim brother would do, go to his aid. So he organized his army of only 5,000 men, and he went off to Spain. So he left Maghrib and he went up to Spain. When he reached Spain, he had a major war. He called for a major war, and he had a major war with the Christians at that time. And the Christians obviously at that time were 90,000 in number, whereas he was only 5,000 and another 5,000 from the armies of Granada. And over there, Yaqub ibn Mansur al-Marini, he had given a beautiful speech, which wallahi I wanted to share with you from its great beauty. However, wallahi I don't think I can do justice to how beautiful his speech was. He said, "Ala wa innal jannata qad iqtarab." Or is it not that the Jannah has come near, and the hurs and the women of paradise have worn their best dresses? They are ready to get married to their husbands, and the rivers have started to flow faster in anticipation of those people who will drink for it, and the tents of paradise and its pearly tents have become open, and the Jannah is calling out to you, asking you, begging you to come and take its place. And will you not answer the call? And so wallahi, he gave such a beautiful talk to the people, and the people all decided to hug each other and wear their last clothes in order to, as you know, they were all ready to die in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It so happened that only 500 or 600 of the Muslims died in that battle. However, most of the Christians died. Of the 90,000 against 10,000, most of the Christians died. Again, subhanAllah, kam min fi'atin qalilatin. How many small armies have overcome larger armies bi'idhnillah, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahi, when Umar got a note of asking for help from his commanders, he used to write back to them, wallahi, I am not going to send you any madad, I am not going to send you any help. However, I will send you this piece of advice. You will win not because of numbers, but wallahi, you will win because of taqwa. You are your greatest enemy. He used to write, you are your greatest enemy. Your sins are the reasons for your loss, not because of loss of numbers. Wallahi, and this is so true. So true. We find yet again and again in the history of Andalus and the history of a Muslim world, how so many few in number would take over large quantities of people. Why? Because of the strength of their iman. Because wallahi, they would love to die as we love to live today. And wallahi, subhanAllah, you know, yani, what can I say, wallahi akhi, you know, I'm at a loss to describe how we have become so useless. As Rasulullah had said that, wallahi, we will not be less in number, we will be huge, we will be large. SubhanAllah, we are so large in number that even a wave that came a couple of days ago, you know, in the tsunami disaster, and even though it wiped out 200,000 people, wallahi, we still have a large number. We still have such a large number. So we are large in number, wallahi, but we are ghutha, ka ghutha is sail. We are like the foam of the ocean. And wallahi, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam could not have found a better description for us, because we are like this foam that even the ocean hits. When you know the ocean hits, and still the foam doesn't do anything, and the foam only increases in number. And when the shaitan and the enemy hits us, we do nothing, and we are like that foam that just increases in number, useless to the ummah, useless to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, useless to ourselves. We can't even defend ourselves to defend anyone else, subhanAllah. In the year 673 is the time in which Yaqub the Mansur al-Marini attacked the Christians, and he took over and he defeated them. So when he defeated them, he attacked, after that he attacked Seville, which was Asbiliya at that time. He attacked Asbiliya, and remember, Asbiliya was the town that Ibn al-Ahmar destroyed, wasn't it? And he helped the Christians take over. So he took over Asbiliya. Thereafter he helped fortify Garnata, and he left Garnata to Ibn al-Ahmar, and he went back. He left Garnata and he went back. He left Garnata and he went back to Morocco, to Maghrib. Thereafter, in the year 673, Ibn al-Ahmar died, and Ibn al-Ahmar had a son by the name of Muhammad ibn al-Ahmar, and Muhammad ibn al-Ahmar was called the Faqih. He was called what? Al-Faqih. But wallahi, ma kana bi faqih, lam yakun faqihan. He was not faqih at all, wallahi. Rather, he was a jahil, ignorant man. He was a jahil, ignorant man. They used to say, wallahi, he's kathir al-dhikr, kathir al-tafakkur, but he was kathir al-tafakkur, kathir, a lot of thought. He used to think a lot and remember Allah a lot, but wallahi, he would only think about how to be a traitor against his Muslim brothers, as you will see what happened. When Yaqub the Mansur al-Marini was becoming so successful, al-Faqih, this man, he became very jealous. He became what? He became very jealous. So he went to the king of Castilla at that time, and he asked the king to help him to attack who? Yaqub the Mansur al-Marini. He went to his disbelieving friend, and he asked him, "Oh my dear friend, won't you help me attack my so-called brother in Islam?" And subhanAllah, the king would gladly help him to attack his Muslim brother. So when Yaqub Mansur al-Marini heard about this, he came back in a hurry. And when he came back in a hurry to Spain again, obviously he was in Maghrib, he came back in a hurry. When he came back in a hurry, and the Muslim armies were there on the battlefield, the Christian army actually ran away. When they saw Yaqub Mansur Marini, they never forgot him, because only a couple of years ago they had fought him, and Yaqub Mansur Marini had destroyed them. So wallahi, it is as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had said, Rasulullah sallallahu had said, "Usirtu bil ru'bi masirata shahr." I have been aided with the fear in the hearts of the people, the distance of a month's travel. Even before Yaqub Mansur Marini was coming, people were whispering to each other, "Yaqub is coming, Yaqub is coming. What is going to happen?" And of course, when they saw him, that's it, they went. They would rather save their lives rather than die at the sword on the battlefield. Obviously, when the Christians ran away and the Christian king ran away as well, what was left? Al-Faqih was left. And so Al-Faqih started to make excuses. He came to Yaqub the Mansur al-Marini and said, "Wallahi, I was pressured into this and that, and wallahi," started to make excuses. And this great Imam, this great Abid, he forgave him. He forgave Al-Faqih, and not only that, he left all the lands and gave it to Faqih as a gift, and said, "Just because you have repented as well, all the lands that the Muslim armies from Morocco had conquered, this is for you as well, as a gift." And it's tremendous. The karam and the kindness of this man, Yaqub Mansur Marini, was truly tremendous, and he left that. We come to the year 685 after Hijrah. In that year, Yaqub the Mansur al-Marini rahimullah, he died in the year 685, and he was replaced by his son Yusuf ibn Yaqub ibn Mansur al-Marini. Yusuf, this man Yusuf was not as strong as his father. However, he was also a righteous man. He was not as much as a fighter and a knight like his father, but still he was a righteous man. And when Al-Faqih, this guy Al-Faqih, when he saw that Yusuf the Mansur al-Marini had died, what do you think he did? Tell me, what do you think he did? He went again to the king of Castilla. He went to them and said, "Help me against the son Yusuf." Subhanallah, he goes back to his old ways, truly this man hasn't repented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He goes back to his old ways. Wallahi, you know, when you read about this, it is as if you're reading the biographies of some of our rulers today. It is unbelievable, isn't it?